Welcome, everyone. We have a very special treat for you here. No trick. It's the NBA on Halloween. It's a special October 31st matchup. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. The guard and off guard are Lillard and Trent. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. And it's Prince in at the 3 spot. And for Memphis, filling in the perimeter slots, it's Smart and Bane. Edey out there with Jaren Jackson. And it's Morant in at the point guard position. Halloween night. Great. And this game should be a treat.
Yeah, fun holiday makes for a fun atmosphere. Expect this crowd to be engaged.
Now here's Morant. Outside, Bane. Back to Morant. And it's sent back by Lopez. Lillard, the pass to Prince. Down low. Here's Trent. Good. And a nice assist from Prince.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Morant played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Yeah, I'm amazed at Morant's ability to take contact and still stay in full control.
Lillard, the pass to Lopez. To the middle. Here's Giannis. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Clark, what in the world is left for Giannis to accomplish at this point?
You know, Kevin, I don't know, quite honestly. I mean, perhaps more championships or MVPs. He's really done it all. Maybe a scoring title. But whatever he does from this point on, it's only going to add to what's been a Hall of Fame career.
Now, here's Trent. Following the miss by John Morant. Back to Trent. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lillard from outside. Edey with the rebound. Grizzlies have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Morant against Lillard. Morant kicks to Jackson. Outside, Smart. A 3 from Morant. Morant with another miss.
Boy, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
Antetokounmpo passes to Lillard. Trent with it, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And looking now at the numbers for Lillard. Last season, he played outstanding. Put up about 24 points per. 7 assists and 4 rebounds. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Grizzlies retired Marc Gasol's number 33 last season. You may recall he moved to Memphis in his teens, watching his older brother Powell play for the Grizz. Mark said, I had a very unique perspective, that of a fan. When I came back as a Grizzlies player, I carried that with me. Kevin, that pride certainly showed.
Pride's a great word to use. No question, D.A. Thank you. Now, Antetokounmpo after the missed 3 from Desmond Bane. Shakes him. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Edey picks one up.
Yeah, you know, the Greek Freak is extremely versatile. He's a 5-position player and does all of it at an elite level.
Clark, the last piece of the puzzle for Giannis Antetokounmpo, winning that 2021 NBA title.
And you know, Kevin, think about this. When Giannis got that ring, he also had 2 MVPs, a Defensive Player of the Year award. Man, that's accomplishing a lot at just 26.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Clark, he's checked in for Edey. Santi Aldama comes in for Jaren Jackson. Conchar's checked in for Marcus Smart. And Pippen subbed in for John Morant. It's an odd stat, but what I'm going to throw out there anyway, the Memphis Grizzlies set an NBA record last season for players used in a season.
Kevin, this isn't football, right? They had 33 different guys suited up last season. That tells you how difficult it was. Constant change, hard to build chemistry, and let's face it, hard to win games.
When you look at the length of Antetokounmpo, it really makes it hard for defenders. As a matter of fact, most of the time, they have no chance to deal with it.
Shooting two. That free throw missing. Clark, there are some that would say that Giannis Antetokounmpo is the best player in Milwaukee Bucks history. Others might say Lou Alcindor. What do you say?
Hey, pump the brakes on that Giannis. I love the Greek Freak. And I tell you, Kareem is my guy. I would tip my hat there, but I certainly understand why others would say Giannis. I'm going to hang my hat with Kareem.
Aldama inside. Antetokounmpo's there. Greg, no one questions the Grizzlies' talent. The challenge has always been availability.
Yeah, whether it's been injuries or suspensions, it's hard to get into a rhythm when you're missing key players. But when they're all on the floor, Kevin, they can beat anyone.
Free throw good from Aldama. Clark, we know the Bucks are a veteran team that has now leveraged their assets to try to win now.
And the question is, Kevin, do they have enough? There's a point at which veteran becomes a nicer way or a euphemism for old, especially in today's NBA. That can be a problem for you.
Now here's Wright. From deep. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Coming off that loss against the Nets.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
And, you know, that's all about effort, and I'm sure their coach let them have it for the lack thereof.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
And that does it for the first quarter. Bucks lead by 5. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
Bucks leading by 5. We've got Santi Aldama. Morant is out there with John Conchar. Then it's Brandon Clark. And it's LaRavia in at the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. With the rise of positionless basketball, Clark, this has to be the most difficult era to be a center.
I would not disagree with that, quite honestly. I mean, they're asked to do a lot. I mean, if they're not elite rim runners as centers and shot blockers, they've got to be able to shoot and shoot from the perimeter, not just in the low post. And they still have to be able to finish around the basket. I think the biggest thing is they have to cover more ground defensively because how the game is played offensively with a lot of movement and pick and roll.
And the Bucks with possession here. Grizzlies making the shot. Giannis outside. Portis sets the pick for Giannis. Powers through inside. Giannis.
Boy, the overwhelming strength of Giannis just excels at fighting his way through the defense. Very impressive.
And it's Taylor Jenkins calling timeout here. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. Edey's checked in for the Grizzlies. Smart comes in for John Conchar. And then for Milwaukee, Lopez comes in for Bobby Portis. And Trent subbed in for Jackson. Right against Morant. And the shot goes in. Morant's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And, you know, we talk so much about Morant's athleticism, but his feel for the game equally as effective.
Now here's Wright, still without a basket. Trent setting the pick for Antetokounmpo. Over Clark, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. And a quick look at how the Grizzlies' schedule is shaping up. On Saturday, they'll be facing Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers. And then on Monday, they'll face off against Ben Simmons and the Brooklyn Nets.
And that game against the Wizards, things starting to solidify as that game is going to be number 10 on the year for them. Team getting sharper every time out.
And the Bucks making a change here. Beauchamp's checked in, and Gary Trent gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Smart against Trent. Smart passes to Aldama. To the inside. Here's Morant. Deflected by Green. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo. Some changes for Memphis. Jaren Jackson comes in for Brandon Clark. And it's Bane in for Santi Aldama. Prince is checked in for the Bucks. Damian Lillard comes in for Green. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Morant with another miss.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And it's in there. Lillard's got the lead up to 7 now for Milwaukee.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Now, here's Bane. Scoreless thus far. And he's good on the 3-ball.
And he just lays it up from downtown. Bane, so dangerous from out there.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. It's important to remember Damian Lillard was a 2-star prospect coming out of high school in Oakland. He says that the doubt I faced, what I found is I have true belief in myself. I poured a lot in and just continued to work. That's why when I struggle, I never waver because I know that I'm true to it. Eventually, I'm going to have my time. Kevin?
I think they call that Dame time. Hey, David, thank you. And Memphis making a change here. Aldama's checked in. The Bucks also with the sub. Portis is checked in. To the left side wing. Aldama finds Jackson. And another miss by Memphis. And so it's Trent with it. He brings it up for Milwaukee. They lead by 4. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
You know, I don't like to use the word shock, but that was a shocking result for me. Nobody saw that one coming. To lose to that team was surprising enough, but to get blown out like that?
I know. I mean, I'm with you there. It just seemed as though they were sleepwalking their way through that entire game. It was, in my estimation, just inexcusable.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Lillard looking around. Shot clock at 5. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Lillard's got 6.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Payne for 3. Connects from 3-point range. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Milwaukee on top, up 1. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, guys. Torian, what's been the key so far?
Ball movement, doing what we got to do defensively, competing, showing effort, and translating into offense.
That mix has worked really well so far, man. Thanks. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Thanks for joining us. We've got the Milwaukee Bucks in a tight ball game at the end of the half. Fellas, I was just wondering if you played in the league these days, what do you think would be different compared to when you did play?
Oh, my goodness. I make a lot more money, Ernie, than I did in my playing days, especially If you consider that all guys do is dunk and shoot threes, and as many threes as I did, oh my God.
Yeah, and I'd be out there getting every rebound and slamming Kenny's bricks for the putback slams, because none of these bigs today want any piece of prime Diesel.
So let me get this straight. You would both be amazing. What a shock. And we look now at the Milwaukee Bucks. We got a battle out there after one half of play.
They're hitting at a high clip. Some shots have been wide open, some tightly contested.
And as the ball continued to fall through the net, you could see their confidence growing. Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast. Here is Lillard getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. The guard and off guard are Lillard and Trent. And it's Prince in at the 3. And it's Lillard missing. Memphis trailing here. Greg, with how explosive Ja Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
That one drops. He ties it up.
And some of what Smart gives this team doesn't always show up in the stat sheet, but he makes plays that help you win.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. And the Bucks, their shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. Lopez passes to Lillard. Lays it up and banks it in. Lillard's got 8 points.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Now here's Morant. 6 points for him. Giannis against Jackson. Back to Morant. Shot clock at 6. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Here's Heaney. Poked away. Prince outside. Lillard outside. Lopez sets a screen for Lillard. Lopez kicks to Trent. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Here's Edey. Lopez covering. Here's Morant. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. He's got 8.
And no problem for Morant that close to the hoop. Once he gets inside, he makes it look easy.
Antetokounmpo against Jackson. And the dunk by Prince.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
And it's Taylor Jenkins calling timeout here. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Brandon Clark, he's checked in for Jaren Jackson. The Bucks also with the sub. Jackson, he's checked in for Prince. Now, here's Bane. He's got 6. Smart against Trent. To the paint. Here's Edey. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Edey's got the lead up to 1 now for Memphis. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Milwaukee. Lopez outside. Floats it up for Giannis. The setup and the slam by Giannis.
And Antetokounmpo is so long. I mean, he stretches forever, covers a ton of ground.
Brook Lopez worth every penny as he secured a nice raise last season.
Yeah, you know, he's a combination of a three-point shooting big who's also an elite rim protector. That's a heck of a combination and a valuable one in today's game.
Antetokounmpo dishes to Lopez. Pass to Lillard. Trent outside. Drills the three-pointer. Trent's got 5 points so far.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
Shoot 2.
The first free throw is good. And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Santi Aldama's checked in for Marcus Smart. And Pippen subbed in for Morant. Milwaukee also making some changes. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. Smith comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's Wright in for Trent. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Lillard against Pippen. Now, here's Lillard. Not a lot of room. 6 on the shot clock. Portis a screen on Pippen. Lillard from outside. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Bucks lead by 3. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. We've got Morant. Santi Aldama is out there with Clark. Then it's John Carnchaw. And it's LaRavia in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Now here's Giannis. Defended by Aldama. Screen by Giannis. Got it. Good job in the low post. Bochamp's got his first basket of the night.
Boy, where's the effort defensively? You have got to put up a better fight.
Yeah, you know, it's made for a fun game, but you're right. You're exactly right. I mean, the defense has been non-existent.
Here's Morant. That misses off the backboard. Milwaukee in the lead. Antetokounmpo looking it over. They kick it out to Green. Back to Giannis. Good defense. Better shot from Antetokounmpo.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
We've got a timeout called by Taylor Jenkins. And that timeout by coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. It's time for if you see yourself on the big screen, then you know what to do. So let's go. Both teams will make substitutions. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, guys, I caught Taylor Jenkins' message to his team. He told us, guys, I need you all to come together right now on both ends. This game is not over. You need to go out there and take control now. We'll see how it looks coming out of the timeout. Guys?
Thank you, David.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
Yeah, you know what? I agree. I mean, they're showing a bunch of fortitude here, keeping this game tight.
Lillard misses.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Morant kicks to Smart. There's the pick to take the lead. Rebound, Milwaukee. On the wing, Giannis. Guarded by Jackson. And to Kumbo. And against the whistle, 2 free throws coming up. That's on Jaren Jackson.
And, you know, at almost 7 feet tall, Antetokounmpo is dangerous down inside, really. I mean, the defense has to be physical with him if they want to have a chance at preventing him from scoring in the paint.
It's the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
You really have to appreciate and respect the spirit Giannis plays the game with, a beacon of energy and enthusiasm for his team. They all feed off of him with an attitude of joy and unselfishness.
So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And that makes it a 2-possession game now. Those could turn out to be vital free throws.
Inside, Edey. Second shot opportunity, and that's 2 points on the lane.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
For Giannis, his length and instincts on defense make him a feared shot blocker.
Free throw, no good for Antetokounmpo. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Smart deciding where to go with it. Pass to Bain. Here's Morant. No, boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It goes on Taurean Prince.
Already an MVP caliber talent, Morant is all about continuing to get better, as well as competing for titles.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And the second of 2 is good. That narrows the lead down to just 3.
Hey, by missing that free throw now, a 3 could even the score.
Here's Giannis. Giannis with the dunk and throwing it down hard.
You know, feeling very comfortable taking a big shot when his team needs it. That's a sign of how Antetokounmpo has matured recently.
And it's Morant missing.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Grins finds Antetokounmpo. It's tipped. Smart with the steal. Jumps up. Yes!
Huge shot from Smart. You can tell they really needed that one.
This could be a turning point.
Critical possession right here.
Here's Giannis. Grizzlies with the rebound.
Well, I like the defense there. Right up in his grill, didn't give him a chance.
Looking to get back on track here. Money!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
13.
As he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. He's able to hit the second one, and that will put them up by 2. We've got a timeout called by Taylor Jenkins. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. And talking about the approach now, what are they looking at?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
A critical possession, no doubt. We'll see what they draw up.
Here's Morant. Lopez with the block.
Lopez showing off the length there to get to that shot.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 4-point ball game.
And you can wrap this one up. Great job to stay cool at the line and finish it off.
The Grizzlies with another miss. They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game. 5 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Fires from way outside. Off on that one. So it's Milwaukee picking up the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you. But they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And we've got David Aldridge standing by on our sideline with the player of the game. David, it's all yours.
Thanks very much. Giannis, you have said in the past you have even more untapped potential. So how did you put your fingerprints on this game?
I'm just here to do whatever it takes to help my team win. Did a great job executing, moving the ball. And this is what we do. This is what we do. We play together, and whatever we do, hopefully we can get a win at the end of the day.
Well, it certainly turned into a win tonight, man. Thanks. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, David. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.